Alrighty, got a new bunch of stuff here from Amazon. So I picked up a couple of Switch accessories and some more universal ones. So first things first, we got some stick covers that are meant for different PlayStation controllers, but these should in theory kind of slip on pretty much anything. Yeah, they've got a little bit of a rubberized texture to them, but there's actually low, high, and mid-rise. So I'm actually going to try those on some of this haul here in a second, because I decided to grab some things that I've been thinking about. So one thing I like with the 8-bit Do controller is the turbo. It's actually one of the main reasons I use that controller so much on Switch. But some games really don't feel natural with it. I like the offset sticks for racing games, for shooting games, but I still love that turbo. It makes it a lot easier when I'm doing like a brawler, Streets of Rage type. So I decided to grab a couple of things here. So we've got the Binbok Joycon style things, and then a NYXI Switch Pro controller. So these are each in very similar packaging, and boy are they playing fast and loose with trade dress on that. Now the Joy-Cons are the main things I'm really interested in. I actually should grab something else to open these with, because the hook on there is very small. There's not much room to grip into these boxes and not destroy them. So we're going to do the controller first. And in case I don't like it, I don't want to destroy the packaging. I do want to send it back if I need to. I don't do a ton of returns. And by the way, I did get the 8-bit Do Xbox pad recently. So I got that recently. It's very comfortable, but it does not have turbo. That replicates the SNES style very nicely. Really nice triggers for racing games, shooting games. But I don't like the lack of turbo, which pretty much killed that controller for me. But I do like the feel of it in the hands. It is good for K's in the Wild Mask and also any other platformer I feel like playing on it. Alright. So let's see here. We have the controller, some instructions that I will read at some point. We have a connection cable, which the spare cable. I've got the USB-C cables to use for charging it up. Make sure you charge it before you use it. Okay, that won't be a problem at all here. I just want to kind of get a feel for the controller. See if I like. I must say, this is pretty nice. It has a rubberized texture on the back. Okay, I like the sticks. Basically Xbox style sticks. A lot of rubberized texture to those. D-pad's a little iffy on the D-pad. I like the triggers. Good feel. Buttons have a nice good depression into them, which is important. I did not like the photo they showed. The photo did not look very impressive on it. But boy, I love the rubberized texture on this thing. And this was on sale for $28 on Amazon. So I must say, I already have a Pro controller, but I like this a lot actually. That's gonna definitely bump that up into getting that set up pretty quickly. I'm gonna put some, I'm going to put a stick cover on here. It says it'll work with Xbox, and these feel pretty much like Xbox. I won't quite fit on there. Okay, well, I'm sure I've got some other ones that'll work for it. Trying a little bit, but yeah, it looks like all these are meant to work with pretty much anything. So I'll try these a little later. I love that controller. I'm going to give that a charge in a second. And then finally we have the Binbok Joycons. And I was actually almost going to do a NYXI bundle pack on the site. And I thought, well, you know what? I've got some Amazon credit card credit built up, like $6-7 bucks. The controller was 25, 26, something like that. And these were 40 or so. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to do it all on Amazon. So I have a free gift of it's just a holder for them, so I guess that's considered a free gift, even though you should be getting that anyway. Another USB-C cable. Alright, I went with the white with the tiger print. I was going to do just the white on the site, and I saw tiger print ones, and I'm like, you know what? This looks a little better. You know, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this one out and see. So it looks like it should slide on just like this. It's a very tight fit on there. I don't like that. It doesn't feel very good. I will say, so, I mean, it's a little better than the OG, so it's weird. The sticks are actually, they're theoretically the same. However, there is a slight difference in the groove amount between the left and the right. And because your fingers still don't quite go in the dead center like they would, you know, your fingers are, I mean, here's a top to bottom. Look at it. It's a little different placement. It's all right. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't use this as a primary controller. I do like the feel of the triggers. I mainly like this because I hate the I don't like the feeling that it has normally on there. Both of these give you turbo on the back, which is a little weird, but you do have turbo on here, which is great. So I can actually see myself playing Dead Cells more because I love turbo in that. You've got back buttons, which are nice. You have back buttons on this controller as well, which honestly I probably will never get around to using because they just are a pain to actually use. Like, your fingers are here. You're not really going to be hitting these in at all. But it's an option, like it's there. But I love this controller. I'm going to charge that up. And these, so you have individual USB-C hookups on these things. Oh my god. So I'm going to pop these on the Switch and see if they'll just charge up that way, because I'm going through Burnout Paradise now on PS4, and I'll try this later. But yeah, I mean, that was the haul for the day. I want to try a few different things, and for the most part, I don't see anything, any like red flags. You know, like it's going to have turbo. The Xbox controller, I'm disappointed, didn't have turbo. Usually, even if it's not advertised, like the Genesis style Switch controller, it doesn't advertise turbo, but it hasn't. And I did grab the from Best Buy. the D-pad because it's fairly inexpensive, but that one ended up being like an okay purchase, but not a great one. But yeah, I mean, overall, you know, pretty good haul. I love that Pro controller for 28 bucks. I definitely am glad to have that. I can use that as a backup on PC too. Got a couple spare USB cables if I ever need them. And I've got stick covers, so cool. Yeah, so that'll do it for today. Might do some 2K22 later. I'm kind of want to do some more of that, as I like that game and kind of takes my mind off Mother's Day being kind of a weird day. But that'll do it for now, guys. Have a good one.